Hey, are you ready to know the direction of the day for the world's most traded pair, the Euro USD? Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful morning. It is Tuesday, the 27th of August, 2024. And as you know, that every Monday to Friday, I actually jump onto these live streams to basically share it's going to be like. So right now it is 8:30 a.m. and this is exactly the time I always jump onto these live streams to be able to determine or basically share what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like on the Euro USD. Now, if you're new here, my name is Gani, and on the channel, I basically share everything financial markets. So basically, I'm personally someone who trades the Euro USD, which is the world's most traded pair. I mean, so many transactions happen on this particular Forex trading pair. And I decided to basically share what I believe the direction for the day on this most traded pair is going to be like on every single day, guys. So if you're out there and you lack clarity when it comes to the daily bias, definitely this is the channel you should be watching every Monday to Friday, because I do this before the London session opens, so that basically you have an idea on what exactly the direction of the day is going to be like on the Euro USD. Now, basically, I use my 50% win rate strategy with a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. That is a very profitable strategy. So if you're out there and you basically are finding or maybe looking for a strategy that you want to use, this could be the strategy that you're going to be using throughout your trading career. Now, the other thing I would like to talk to someone out there, if you are someone that basically has a very complicated strategy, or maybe you trade complicated strategies, guys, I would like you to simplify things, because when it comes to trading, no one gives you credit for having the most complicated strategy. I know so many people maybe like to look cool, with all technical, analysis. They analyze this, analyze that, and they think this is what makes them cool. But I would like to tell you that what makes you cool is actually your P&L. So if you do not have profits by the end of the month, definitely you don't need to complicate anything. Just make everything simple. In forex trading or generally trading, they say that less is more, and this is very true. The lesser things you do, the lesser complicated things are going to be to you. So you need to do as less things as possible for you to be able to make money in this market. So basically, that's my word of advice to you. Hope you take it and basically be able to start winning in these markets. So getting back to my strategy, I'm someone who trades, based off of my the previous day's candle, and basically on that previous day's candle, this what I call an area of interest. This could be an order block. This could be a fair value gap. This could be an equal high or equal low. So these are areas of interest that price on the next day likes to tap back into these areas before it expands in the other direction. So basically, this is how I crafted my strategy, and I've been able to trade this particular strategy for over a year now. I trade it religiously. I follow each and everything my strategy says, and it is how I was able to actually, or it's how I'm able to tell where the direction of the day is going to be like. Guys, remember, this is a 50% win rate strategy with a 1 to 4 risk to reward. So even when you're someone who has gone through a string of losses, this strategy will enable you actually become profitable in these markets, because you're going to catch a 1 to 4, and this is more than enough to keep you profitable in these markets. So but for me personally, before I even get onto the charts, there's some kind of routine I go through. And for me, as a technical trader, I also like to see what the fundamental side is actually saying in the market. So and to do this, I like to use this particular website. It's called bloomberg.com. Now that's the website I use. This particular website is able to actually share, they're able to share what they believe the news, the major drivers for the day are going to be like. So I like to acquaint myself with this type of news so that I'm able to basically, not be on the wrong side of this particular fundamental news. So I'll be sharing my screen just in a bit for you guys to be able to see exactly what I'll be seeing on my end. So this right here is the website. It's called bloomberg.com. That will be opening just in a bit. So for you to get to this website, all you need to do is go to www.bloomberg.com, and then you basically come right here under markets. So under markets, this is the markets tab. Then you go under currencies. Then you'll be able to select out your currency of choice. For me, it is the Euro USD. And then once you get here, you basically tap right here where it says related news. So now here they are able to show you all the news that concerns maybe the euro and also the United States dollar. So you can see China show, we're not interested. Investors await Nvidia, LG Electronics weighs India IPO. Okay, we're not interested. Now, majorly or basically what I look out for here is major news. If it's nothing like major news, I'm not interested. So I'm looking for major political news. There's that news that can drive the market crazy. So I'm looking out for major news, or maybe some geopolitical news, or maybe any tragedies that could have happened, maybe in the Eurozone or maybe in the United States, to maybe to be able to drive, any of these currencies. So Fed cuts may send $1 trillion FX avalanche to China. Okay, Jen says Nasdaq falls 1% as Nvidia hit before earnings. Okay, Nasdaq falls 1%. This is the same report. So basically, this is what they are trying to share. Gold bulls delight in Jackson Hole as power juices price rally. Okay, so there's really nothing major here. If you're to look at this, guys, remember I'm looking out only for major news. If there's nothing major, then I'm not concerned about these technicals. So basically, this is what I go through on a daily. So the other website I like to look out to, the other website I like to look at is this right here. It's called forexfactory.com. So you go to www.forexfactory.com, and then it is here that you'll be able to actually check out this particular website, forexfactory.com. Now, for me, how I did this, I basically, filtered it to only show me the red folder news events. So the reason I like to see only these, because these are the real price drivers in the market. So I do not want to still hold a trade as this red folder news event maybe drops, because many of the brokers that we use, they tend to actually widen their spreads within this time or this period when this news is dropping. So for you not to lose more than you had earlier anticipated on your trade, maybe if that particular trade goes against you during that time of news, for many of these brokers, they might, slip you more than you had earlier actually expected to lose on your trade. So they might, if let's say you initially anticipated, or you initially, set to maybe lose 10 pips on that particular trade, they might end up, slipping you 10 more pips. For you to avoid such scenarios happening, in my humble advice, I would advise you to actually get out of that trade, bank whichever profit that you've gotten in the market, and then get out of the market. So basically, this is just what I do, and I found this profitable because you don't want to take a hit more than what you had earlier actually anticipated. So for you to avoid this, I advise you actually get out of your trade before these news events drop. So basically, this is it right here. You can clearly see that on forexfactory.com on 27th of August 2024 at 5 p.m. my local time, there will be the CB Consumer Confidence. So that's at 5 p.m. my local time. If you're using the New York time, that is, I believe, 10 a.m. New York time. So there will be this major red folder news event dropping. So basically, what this means, if you are in a trade, you might find yourself, losing more than what you had earlier anticipated. Or if that trade goes for you, then obviously you'll be making slightly more than what you earlier anticipated to make. But this is a double-edged sword. It can go either way, guys. So for you not to lose, it is better to actually, win than lose. So for you not to lose more than you had earlier anticipated, I suggest you actually get out of the trade. So basically that is it. And right now, without any further ado, let's get on to the chart. So this is what the chart looks like for today, the 27th of August 2024. Now, getting back to the strategy that I trade, or basically how I'm able to call the direction of the day, is basically using this particular strategy. Now, it is a strategy that bases off the previous day's candle. So now when we look at what price is showing us right here, price is basically showing us that yesterday we were very bearish. You can clearly see that we were very bearish from yesterday. So what do we expect today on the 27th of August 2024? So as I told you, this is a strategy that basically utilizes the previous day's candle. So this was a price action from yesterday. Right here, I'm on the 1 hour time frame. So what are the areas of interest price left from yesterday? So the areas of interest we can clearly see here. We can see there was a change of character right here, which led to this formation of this order block right there. So what I'll be looking out for is for price to actually go take out this particular order block. So this is something I'm looking at. Price to come all the way up here. It takes out that order block and then it reverses in this other direction. So that's one scenario. So a major level to look at is this right here at 1.12018. That's one level that I'll be intently following or looking at. So in case price takes out that particular level, then I'll be, looking to actually, take my entry. I'll be sharing my entry procedure or how exactly I enter the market. So then on this lower side, when we look at this lower side, we can see that from yesterday, there was nothing really that happened here. There's no area of interest, call it a fair value gap, or maybe a fair value gap, an order block. There was nothing from yesterday, but we can see that when price opened today, there's been a formation of equal lows right here. So what will I be looking out for? So majorly, I'll be looking at this level right here. I'll be looking at this level right here that forms these equal lows. So I'll be looking at this level to basically wait for price to come take out this particular level right here at those equal lows. You can see two equal lows right here. So I'll be waiting for price to come take out these equal lows. Then once it has taken them out in the other direction, so I'm expecting something like this. So this is what I'll be looking out for today. So either price comes, takes out this equal loss at this level 1.11586. So once it takes out the level, then I'll be looking to take a long on Euro USD. So basically, what or how exactly do I do this? So what I do, once price gets to any of these levels, either this one or this other one, if price gets to any of these levels, what I do, I drop down to the 5 minute time frame, because this is where I actually take my entry. I drop down to the 5 minute time frame, and then what I do is actually wait for an inversion fair value gap to form. Now, if you do not know what an inversion fair value gap is, this is basically when price, covers a previously existing fair value gap. So once this happens in the market on the 5 minute time frame, then this is when I actually take my entry. And for the entry, basically, I like to use 10 pips as my stop loss. And when it comes to the take profit, I use 30 pips in the market as my take profit. But I like to squeeze this up to 1 to 4 to basically be able to make some extra profits from this market. So basically, this is what I'll be looking out for today in the market. Now, if you do not know what an inversion fair value gap is, an inversion fair value gap is something like this. Let me just try and show you what I mean. So, for example, you can see there was a fair